Good morning. Did y'all see that interview that Claudia Jordan had? She be on news outlets. She's basically one of those voices in the entertainment realm. So I'm about to wash my face with Origins, Checks and Balances. So Claudia is in her 50s, but I remember when I was 20 years old and I basically said this exact same thing. And when I would talk to older women, they would be like, "Oh, you have the rest of your life to find a man, focus on your money, blah, 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 blah." In fact, I was coined basically a pick me and the butt of a lot of jokes because I always wanted a husband, a house, and a family. At 20 years old, that was my main priority. And I coined it a little bit too that in my early 20s, I experienced a lot of success in my career. I opened up a business, I was traveling. Shoot, between 2019 and 2020, I went out the country 6 times. I even made it to Israel and had to fly back and had enough money to fly back because it was very dangerous over there. So I think God showed me a lot of success so that I can like reaffirm that, oh, this is not what I want. I want the love. I want the family. And I try to tell my homegirls like, y'all, it's good men out here right now. While we're in our 20s, 25, some of my friends were 30. There are good men out here right now. But at 25, 30, 35, most people are getting married. Like on my Facebook, it's marriage, engagement, pregnancy all the time. That's my algorithm. People I went to high school with, people I went to college with, they're coming off the market. And so just like she said, at a certain point, we may have to just wait for somebody to get divorced, and by then they are traumatized, etc. And now you're at 50 and you have lived your life alone because you thought that you were always going to have time to find somebody else. We don't have all the time in the world. And this is not like a PSA, go out there and find your man. It's more of a PSA of do what truly makes you happy. Listen to yourself, your heart, and your mind, and not the perceptions of other people, the guidance of other people who are portraying. Is that the word? I'm gonna use that word. They are putting their own experiences, their own emotions on you. I'm toning my skin with this rice toner. Is Korean rice toner. The company name is I'm From.
Do you wish someone had told you about dating like in your 40s and 50s back then?
You think that when you're ready to settle down, that there's always going to be a lot of supply on the shelves, and it's not. Like at this age, a lot of the good guys are married or taken because they're good guys. And I was having a conversation with a girlfriend of mine the other day, and I'm like, well, your best bet now is maybe someone that a good man that maybe is coming out of a marriage, getting a divorce. So,
Then I'm going to spray this toner on it and let it dry in. It's by Simply Jess Skincare, the repair toner.
when they're younger, we think, oh, there's always going to be an endless supply. I can wait till tomorrow. Don't put off your happiness.
Okay, so now I'm going to use the Glow Serum from I'm From. Again, I'm with the Korean Skincare. So what she just said about Black women was that we feel like we can't take any time off because it's so thick. Because we are the backbone of everything. The backbone of our job, the backbone of our friend group, the backbone of our family. And I feel her on that because a lot of responsibility is put on Black women. Like, for example, the idea that big sister is kind of like the second mother of the family. Or you have to be the mediator of your friend group because without you, everybody falls apart. There's a lot of peace in instead of working overtime to save everybody else, save yourself and then be there when people ask. That way you're not always pouring from an empty cup. Because while your friends are calling on you for relationship advice because you are the sound body, they're using your relationship advice to stay married to their person. If you're not a bitter friend, which I will hope that you're not. So then you get to be 50, 60, 70 years old and realize that you lived your whole life helping everybody else, and then you're here alone. And I hope this message gets to the right person, but I really wish that as a society, American society, and I want to say American society, I wish that we would get back to the importance of having a partner. Male, female, male, male, female, female, whatever. In life, y'all need to go together. That's how you live longer, you remain healthier, and life is just better with an individual. Okay, so this reminds me of the story of, and I need to go back to Bible study. I'm also using the vitamin C complex by Simply Jess Skincare. So there was a story about a man in the Bible, I think. He was stranded at sea, and God sent him 3 different rescuers. But he said, oh no, I'm waiting for God to save me, and those people left. And so then he died in the middle of the sea. And so when he got to heaven, he asked God, why didn't you save me? And God said, I did. I sent you 3 different rescuers. To me, that story is a perfect example of you can meet the love of your life, but because he doesn't have the job that you want him to have, you're not ready to date. You can meet the love of your life, but because he doesn't have the body that you think that you deserve, you think it's not the right time to get to the relationship. We need to get back to the thought process of building with your partner. If their credit ain't right, budget with them. If their body isn't right, work out with them. If their job isn't right, help them with their resume. Help mate. And helpmate works on both sides of a relationship. Her body ain't right, work out with her. Her job ain't right, build her resume. Y'all need to build together, because 9 times out of 10, if you meet somebody who's already at the point that they want it to be financially, what are you going to add to me? What do you bring to the table? And I hate that statement, but I never heard nobody get asked that when they help build the table. You eat because of me. You know how to set this table because of me. You have the right people at your table because of me. We did this together. All right, we're finishing up this skincare regimen. I'm going to use this Shisheido day cream, and then I'm going to pair it with my Korean sunscreen. It's 50 SPF. To end all of this, I'm really happy that Claudia had the courage to say the truth. And people who are in committed relationships, people who are in marriages, they already know this truth, but a lot of us gatekeep our happiness because a lot of y'all aren't happy to see it, because you feel like you can't obtain it, but you really can if you take the arrogance up out of yourself. A lot of women, and I'm not going to put a race to it, they get to a certain age, realize they don't have what they truly want, and then it becomes everybody's fault that they didn't get it. I helped you out. You got a husband. You got the kids. You got the house. And I'm here with my house, my degrees, and my job. But nobody to love me. I am so happy that she's being honest about this, because it needs to be taught. Black women are not getting married at the same rate as other people because we have this mindset of we'll always have time. No one has all the time in the world. Statistically, we may pass away at 75 or before because of stress. So where is this imaginary endless amount of time coming from? Anyway, finishing off with my sunscreen. See y'all later.